And good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Ralph Report. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Ralph Report. Yeah, what do you want to talk about? Let me talk to you. All right, we got a lot going on today in the RW Media Productions. This afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m. I'm going to put this up right now. The Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree on AM 1250, The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, theanswerpgh.com. We have a lot to talk about this afternoon, so tune in to the Sports Corner radio show on 1250 AM, The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. We're doing this Ralph Report this morning for a couple reasons. Number one, for some announcements, tell you what's going on in the world of RW Media Productions. That's number one. Number two, I'm talking with you today about something that just happened overnight. And that is the attack on Iran. And President Trump made clear as to why we attacked Iran today or this morning. All right, our time. Okay. Iran has been a nemesis of the United States for many years. And one of my media colleagues in Pittsburgh, I don't have too many of them, but he brought up a good point last night on his show. He said that, or actually not last night, this morning on his show, he's on before I am, when I'm on 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 1250, The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, the Ralph Williams Show, which I'll put up here right now. Okay, right. And he brought up a good point. Why didn't the United States take care of this years ago with Iran? Back in 1979, some of you probably weren't even alive then. And a lot of you probably do remember about the Iran hostage situation. They held our people for over 400 and some days. Okay. And I remember when that happened. I was, not as old as I am now, but I do remember when it happened. And I sat there and I said to myself, why are we not doing something here? And I thought Ronald Reagan might have done something, blow him off the earth or do whatever. Nothing was ever done. Oh, we got to watch Iran because you know why? Iran's an ally of Russia. Oh, we don't want no problems with almighty Russia. Okay. And then the biggest mistake in the world was when they took away Iran's finances and annulled them to the bone, to nothing. And then they go ahead, and what happens is they go and pull this nonsense where, we got to give them Obama gave them their Hong Kong gold back. That was the next mistake that was made. Okay. Obama made some mistakes when he was president, but they all do. But the one good thing about Obama was he got rid of bin Laden. He was able to get bin Laden killed, out of our hair, away from what was going on. Okay. Now here's the problem I have with these Democrats and the progressives, and my feelings on that, because if you listen to my radio show in Texas at KFC Radio, 95.5 FM in Terrell, Texas, I have a radio show called Ralph's Opinion. There it is. On KFC 95.5 FM, TigerNation.live, every Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Central Time. And I talk about this Monday, I'm going to be talking about this. And I'm going to go in depth a little bit about why we're doing what we're doing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it today. All right. But these progressive Democrats just continue to go on and on. Well, we bombed those votes in Venezuela. Show us that they're drug boats. We got rid of this dictator in Colombia. I'm going to use that as, for instance, now. We get rid of this dictator in Colombia, but you got to show us pictures that that's the dictator. Okay. They're always questioning everything President Trump does when it comes to something like this. Well, we went into Venezuela and took out Maduro. Yeah, because Venezuela lied to us. We went in to get our oil mineral rights that belong to the United States that Hugo Chavez has been holding on to forever in six freaking years. Okay. And that's exactly what's been going on. All right. Everybody out here just doesn't like President Trump for one reason or another. You don't like his attitude. You don't like the way he's acting like a dictator. You think he acts like a dictator. He made indications many years ago he wants to be a king. He wants his face up on Mount Rushmore. I get that. He does make ridiculous statements, but he's still my president. Okay? And I respect him for what he did today, this morning, overnight. Iran has been a tyrant. They have been a nemesis. They have been a pest. They have done everything possible to do what they do to the United States and our allies. All right? And that's exactly what has been going on. Okay? So whether you like President Trump or not, as I've mentioned many times, please, whatever you do, don't disrespect them like this. This is something for our country's freedom because we're tired of Iran messing with us. And it's about time that we get in this as a classic example of why I voted for President Trump. Somebody strong who's willing to go into and bomb Iran or blow Iran everywhere, whatever, needs to be done. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. President Trump had to clean up Joe Biden's mess with all those hostages over in Russia. He got Mark Vogel back. After the only one that Biden was able to work with was Brittany Griner because she was a famous WNBA star. So right away, we're just going to have her released. Okay? All right. All right, some announcements, and then I'm going to go here. This has been a quick Ralph report, talk about the war in what's going on in Iran. Don't forget, on Tuesday of this week coming up, here we are. All right, 4 o'clock every single Tuesday afternoon, the Sports Corner Show with me, Ralph Williams, and Smoking Jim Frazier. And at 5 o'clock.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's every Tuesday, 4 and 5 o'clock. And then Wednesday, here we go, 3 to 4 p.m. City of Brotherly Love, the Ralph Williams Show, every single Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. in 860 a.m. WWDB radio in Philadelphia. And then Saturday and Sunday, here we go. And don't forget every Saturday. Saturday, 10 a.m. It just ended. Check it out on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page as well. The Saturday Sports Show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Haggerty. Or I'm sorry, not Brian. Brian Pettit and Leo Haggerty as well. So don't forget to check that out as well. And that is on my social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, X, Facebook, and Kick Networks. All right. Okay. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And please, until next time, please, this has been another edition of the Ralph Report. And also don't forget this afternoon, one more time, mention it this afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m., the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. And don't forget about that as well. And have yourself a great day. And as usual, as I always say, please, by all means, be safe. Thank you.